خل القرآن يسدده خلق القرآن ويرشده يسعى في العلم ويؤثره ويثابر فيه ويسنده أولى حق لا يغفله حق المولى فيوحده ينقاد لشرعة خالقه ليس الشهوات تقيده إن سمع أو رأى كثر أضحى لله تعبده لا يتبع مهيع مبتدع يقف الهادي ويقلده والقلب سليم من مرض يحوي القرآن يمجده يتلو ما يتلو من ذكر يتدبره ويردده.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Baba Salam from TVQ.Academy. I welcome you to a brand new series brought to you by TVQ.Academy. This new series is actually a rebranded series which we started a few years ago, precisely 2015, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not will it to succeed all the way to the end. We managed at that time to upload a few episodes. And today, by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and with your support and dua, continuous dua, we are determined to start this afresh and continue all the way to the end, inshallah. Today's episode is a very special one. It is the introductory episode of this series. And this series is Juz Amma Practical Tajwid series. Juz Amma Practical Tajwid series. As it is the introductory episode and a very special one, I invite you to join me to take a look at the outline of the episode so that it will enlighten us and lay out the plan for what we'll be doing in Juz Amma Practical Tajweed series in the coming episodes, inshallah ta'ala. Now, we will be discussing the approach of Juz Amma Practical Tajweed series. We will also be shedding light on the riwayah chosen to be read with here in this series. We will also be highlighting a feature called Juz Amma Practical Tajweed series for WhatsApp and who this series is meant for and what are the limitations of this series. Now, in every single episode of this series, there will be a recitation of one surah or a part of a surah, and the surah will only come from Juz Amma. After the recitation, there will be a highlight of commonly made mistakes which are usually made when reading that surah or the part of the surah. Afterwards, there will be a discussion of one related practical tajweed topic or two, depending on the needs and the time. Where applicable, there will be a Q&A. When I start receiving questions from the respected followers which are relevant to this series, then I will be sharing them and answering them accordingly. And I will also be featuring some recitations from viewers and followers, inshallah ta'ala. Now, what is the choice of riwayah in this series or in Juz Amma Practical Tajweed series? Our choice of riwayah will be the riwayah of Hafs an Asim. And our reference for Tajweed will be the reference of Shatibiyah. Let me explain this. When reading the Quran, a reader can actually choose to read from any of the 10 authentic qira'ahs known as qira'at. Now, this qira'ah or each qira'ah is actually an Arabic dialect which is used in reading the Quran. There are 10 authentic of them, and each authentic qira'ah has two sub-variation, and each one is called riwayah. And riwayat Hafs and Asim is one of them. So Hafs is a riwayah and Asim is a qira'ah. Hafs branches from Asim. Each authentic set, either the 10 qira'ah or the 20 riwayah, is referenced through Shatibiyah or Tayyibah. Tayyibah is a very extended one. Shatibiyah came earlier before Tayyibah, but whichever the reader of the Quran, the learner of the Quran chooses to adopt, it doesn't make much difference. And here we are referencing through the reference of Shatibiyah. Now, Juz Amma Practical Tajweed series for WhatsApp. If you follow us in the upcoming episodes in this series and you practice the surahs we are discussing and learning, and you will want to get your recitation checked, corrected, and given feedback, then you are most welcome to send in your reading if it meets the following conditions. That is, if it is a surah in Juz Amma and we have covered it in this series in any of the episodes, meaning one should not send in a surah or a part of surah which we are yet to cover in any episode in this series. And please make sure that you have watched the episode which the surah was discussed accordingly. And also, if you have practiced the corrections, make sure that you have practiced the corrections which are highlighted in the commonly made mistakes when reading the surah, the particular surah, or the part of that particular surah. Now, who is this series is all meant for? This is meant for you if you are eager to learn Juz Amma, someone who may not be confident enough of his reading of Juz Amma. If you want to boost your confidence in reading Juz Amma, perhaps you have learned it before, but you just want to boost your confidence in reading Juz Amma, then this series is definitely meant for you. If you want to learn Tajweed afresh, then this series is meant for you. And if you have learned Tajweed in the past, but you want to refresh your knowledge and information about Tajweed and also put it into practice, definitely this is meant for you. What are the limitations of Juz Amma Practical Tajweed series? The limitation here is that although I am honored, I am humbled to be sharing this with you, respected viewers, learning with me here does not suffice your need to find a teacher in your locality, in your neighborhood, in your local masjid or mosque to sit down with him and learn the Quran first hand with him. Get your reading corrected, get your mistakes corrected. Afterwards, if you need certification, then he should be able to certify you and authorize you for teaching or whatever is related. So here in Juz Amma Practical Tajweed series, we can only help you to familiarize yourself with Juz Amma, to build your confidence and boost it as far as Juz Amma is concerned, and also lead yourself in prayers, lead your loved ones in prayers, and be able to teach Quran, Juz Amma, to whomever you may want to teach in your locality or in your neighborhood. But we do not give certification whatsoever as far as this particular series is concerned. One thing we can comfortably say is that, inshallah, if one masters Juz Amma, he should be able to comfortably read any part of the Quran bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. With this, we have come to the end of this episode of the new series, Juz Amma Practical Tajweed series. Before I sign out, I invite you to subscribe to the channel on YouTube and follow us on Facebook if you are new here. And if you are not new here, I also invite you to share this with your loved one so that awareness can be created accordingly. And if you are interested to join and submit your readings of Juz Amma, and get your mistakes corrected, please do take note of the WhatsApp number, which I will provide in the description below. I will not put it on the screen, I will put it in the description, so that in future, if the number changes, it can be changed in the description accordingly. Also, if you have any questions, you may want to drop me an email, which I will put on the screen, salam@gsalam.net. Until we meet in our next episode of Juz Amma Practical Tajweed series, I leave you in Allah's protection. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
الوهاب سيكرمه وبرحمته يتغمده ويذيع الله له ذكرا وإلى الآباد يخلده. هذا مني وأنا منه وفضائله ستسوده. طابت في الدنيا عيشته وعوالي الجنة موعده. طابت في الدنيا عيشته وعوالي الجنة موعده.